Welcome back. We've got 9 more chapters of The Flower of Freedom by Deborah J. Reeves to go. All rights to both the book and presentation are reserved. We ask for your thumbs up and for your subscription so that others can find the story, so that we can make a deposit into their lives and hopefully begin millions and maybe trillions of virtuous cycles. Not every seed that's planted develops into a full-blown tree, but those trees, given the opportunity, will share goodness beyond measure. Here we go, chapter 174, Memories of Times That Never Were. Dr. Vanier shook his head to indicate that this was not the time. He's had as much sedative as I can give him. It's only a matter of time until he falls asleep. Colette knew her son. She knew that Bertie would fight forever if he thought Marie was in trouble. She knew he was relying on her for the unadulterated truth. She walked to his bedside. "We just came from her room, Bertie. She's going to be okay. That man broke most of her fingers on her left hand, and she was in pain after the surgery to realign them. So she's sedated. She's sleeping right now. Marie's okay?" Bertie slurred in Oscar's direction, seeking confirmation. "Yes, Bertie, sleep now. She's okay, but she'll need you to be strong for her when she wakes, so sleep now." "Okay," he slurred. "Philippe will take care of her until I wake up." And then he drifted off. Bertie slept until morning broke, and beyond until mid-morning. Colette and Oscar took turns in their son and daughter's rooms in case either of them woke up in the night. Detective Sergeant Richard and Jean-Claude left almost immediately after the interview for the trip back to Montreal. Marie was still in an induced coma. The nurses had tied her wrist to the bed rail to keep her from harming her hand if she moved in her sleep. She barely moved at all. Occasionally she would smile and murmur, "Philippe." Much later, she would remember the time in the coma. She had the distinct memory of Philippe lying on the bed spooning her. She felt his chin resting on top of her head, and she felt the heels of her feet as they touched the long bones of his shin. She remembered all the things they discussed as they lay in that twilight world of their own. He kept asking her questions about her life. He told her about her future. He told her all about the people they loved. He told her about his childhood, and she told him about hers. He told her about the silly secrets that he had. He told her that his mother had always smelled wonderful and that she had the best, worst hugs in the world. He told her that he really loved his father and that he had hoped to be just like him. They laughed together. He stroked her head. He was always behind her, holding her. They never changed position. They told each other everything. They felt as though they lived each other's lives. He had an amazing ability to take her right into his memories so that she saw them through his own eyes. Once, when she could not stay focused enough to listen to his story, he told her to sleep, and he would be there when she got back. He said he had to visit his mother and father. She would feel him there when she woke up. She did not ever even have to open her eyes. There was no need. She had everything she would ever need if he just kept holding her like that. It happened a second time, and he told her that he had to visit Uncle Aki and Joseph and Michaud. But he would be there when she woke up again and again. She did not even have to open her eyes to know that he was there holding her. Marie slept on in her induced coma. When Bertie finally came to, Oscar had seen the signs and he went to get and got Colette. They were standing there together at the bedside when Bertie woke. It was time to face the music. Okay, you two, what's going on? I'm a grown man. I deserve to know the truth. What the hell is happening? Who was that guy and where's Philippe? Is he with Marie? Are you sure she'll be okay? Bertie was not going to accept anything less than full disclosure. Oscar cleared his throat. 3 nights ago, Marie was attacked by the man you fought with. They're trying to piece it all together, but it appears that Philippe had put Marie into the carriage before he went back into the hotel to check on something. The attacker made the carriage driver move forward under the arch, where he killed the carriage driver. Killed the carriage driver? Are you sure? I didn't see a driver. The police found his body on the other side of the carriage from where they found you, unconscious. His name was Gabriel. He had a pregnant wife. Bertie moaned at the horror of it all, and then in a tremulous voice he added, "What did he do to Marie?" He seems to have broken every finger on her left hand, but he did not get to her thumb. Dr. Martineau happened to be in Quebec City for Carnival, and he stayed on for a conference the next week. He's a famous plastic surgeon specializing in hand reconstruction. Philippe dragged the attacker off Marie before he could do anything else. What kind of bastard did we run into, Papa? Who does that sort of thing? Well, Bertie, both Dr. Martineau and I learned about a man who did such things during the war. He was a Nazi officer in the SS. He was in command of the Paris office where they took my friend Desmond and where he must have died. The guy's name was Hans Schmidt, and he earned the nickname of the Monster of Paris. That's the end of chapter 174. We pray that you'll come back for the next chapter, which is entitled Harsh Realities. There are harsh realities in this beautiful, beautiful world. But as long as there are Hanses, there are millions more good-hearted people. And we ask for your thumbs up and your subscription so that we can try to reach them, to start a virtuous cycle to take back society for those with good hearts and good intentions. Please and thank you. I remain your friend Deborah. Bye-bye.